What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jab Queen Boxing, and we are back for yet another one. First off, thank you so much to everybody who came to kick it with me at the Players Palace last night. I always get so nervous right before my live, but you guys show me so much love and support, so truly, thank you. Just real quick though, before we get into this video. Now, some of y'all are new, as this is a new platform. But just, let me put this on the table. So moving forward, there's no discrepancies, okay? When you come into the Players Palace, which is my live, you speak to the people in the lobby, okay? You acknowledge my chat, goddammit. Blue names matter, okay? Don't just get in the elevator and come up to the penthouse. People just clicking the link, getting on it. What is wrong with y'all? You got to check in with the good people in the lobby. Let security know you here, okay? Please and thank you. Now, first of all, I want to shout out all the winners of the MarvNation card last night that aired on the Zone. It was free, although I don't think you can call it free if you pay for the subscription. Anyway, shout out to all of the winners on that card, okay? We had, let's see, Juan Fonseca. We had Ethan Smith. We had Brian Flores, Angel Rodriguez, and then we had a Nathan El Montrio Rodriguez as well. And I gotta be honest, y'all, it was way more action on this damn card than the card on May 2nd. I mean, Angel scored a knockdown in the first damn round. Um, so I mean, they did a lot better than these quote unquote elite fighters. So as I've said before, man, just because they're ranked a certain number, or their names aren't names that we say all the time or that we're familiar with, doesn't mean they can't squabble. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys could be hungrier, they could be more skilled, or just be in a situation where they just have less connections. You know what I'm saying? So let's just make sure we don't forget them, and give them their kudos too, and make sure we shine a light on them too, because they coming. You know what I'm saying? They just not here yet. So there's that. And now on to our main event. And for our main event, we have none other than Fernando Vargas Jr., who is the son of Fernando Vargas Sr., also known as Ferocious or El Feroz. He fought guys like Oscar, Felix Trinidad, Shane Mosley, and I think he fought Winky Wright. But anyway, so Fernando Vargas Jr. looks like he inherited the gene. Now, he is the oldest of three boys, right? So it's him, Amaro, and Emiliano. And we're going to talk a little bit about Emiliano in just a second after we take a look at this video.
Way through the fourth. Vargas Jr. wobbled Argentina, who's in trouble.
You see what I mean? He inherited the gene. Now, I'm not sure if he's punching, or his opponent just, what I'm saying, glass chinned or whatever the case may be. I don't want to take no credit away from him because, like I said, this video is geared towards just recognizing the winners of the MarvNation card that took place over the past weekend. Like I said, he is the oldest of three boys. He is a junior, so obviously Fernando Vargas Sr. is his father. The three boys, him, his brother, he has two, obviously, Amadio and Emiliano. But Fernando Vargas Jr., he's 26 wins, 5 losses, which is fine. I mean, if you fighting the fights, man, you're going to take losses. I'm so sick of this old crap. I don't know what to do. But nevertheless, his little brother Emiliano has been lined up with guys like Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis. But specifically, I wanted to talk about his lineup with Abdullah Mason because, like I said, they're roughly around the same weight, same height, punching power around the same, and they have almost similar records. It looks like Abdullah may have a couple more fights than he has under his belt. But they've both been asked about one another and expressed interest in meeting somewhere down the line. Maybe when Abdullah crosses over the threshold into the 140, because I believe that's where Emiliano is at 140. But nevertheless, like I said, when you're in and around the same weight class and around the same age, you will be, matched with each other or, mentioned at least in the same conversation. So they were both asked, and here's what they both had to say.
I have to ask though, with you and Abdullah, right? You're both with Top Rank. I've been to the locker rooms with both of you, right? Where you guys share the space. Do you feel like you kind of like sized them up at times? Like, yeah, that's a future fight between me and this
you know
guy.
what? It's always been nothing but respect. Him and his family is a lot like me and my family.
Right. Very tight knit.
Yeah, very tight knit. He has his brothers. I have my brothers. So we all know what it takes to step in the ring. We all know what it is to compete at this level with the people behind you, with ESPN and everything, all the pressure. So I respect him a lot, and the respect is reciprocated. I've never felt in any way, shape, or form that it's not. He's a respectable person. That's what I'm saying. Some other fighters have to talk crazy to get attention, like Keyshawn or other people, because nobody wants to tune in, bro. So, I mean, look, I respect Abdullah. Like I said, that's a great fight in the future.
To Emiliano Vargas last week. I know there's a lot of mutual respect between you two. You're both signed with Top Rank, around the same weight, 35, 40. I asked him because he had tweeted in November after the November fight that you guys would be a super fight one day on pay-per-view. What are your thoughts on Emiliano? I know you guys spend a lot of time together, being in the undercard locker rooms and stuff. I've kind of seen it a little bit. What are your thoughts on him and his family, and what do you think of a possible fight with him down the line?
Man, him and his family, cool. I mean, that's something I can relate to. Him having, 3 brothers. I got my 5 brothers. And we've been in it together ever since I started boxing. So that's something I relate to. I definitely got respect to him. But it kind of just shows you my level of. I would say I think it's because of my level of skill set. Not too many people say anything about fighting me. Because it's a high risk.
Yep.
And at this point in the career, it's a high risk. But for him to say that after I got dropped twice in my fight in November where I stopped the guy in the next round, it kind of just shows you where I am as a fighter. They needed that to know something or to gain a confidence about themselves.
So you feel like Emiliano got a little more confidence seeing you get dropped, and now he's more inclined to be like, I want to fight him, Abdullah.
For sure. I mean, that's exactly what that was. Nobody said anything about any type of fight. We know, as fighters, you in the same division. He got his people. I got my people. It's that would be a huge fight in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
But for him to come out and say that, okay, after that happened, it's only one of two things. He got the confidence based off of that, or he just wanted the feedback.
Yeah.
But I feel like that'd be a big fight in the future. I have respect for him, and I have respect for his family.
Well, it appears that they are both showing each other mutual respect. I believe Abdullah is very self-aware and, possibly can peep game. Emiliano doesn't seem as if, he's in a rush, although he doesn't appear that he's shying away from it. And Abdullah Mason is fighting on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis yet again, come June 7th. So we can see. We'll keep an eye on this. I know you heard Emiliano mention Keyshawn. There's been a bit of back and forth and some issues with him, with his brothers and the Davis brothers, but that really has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I'm looking forward to seeing the lineup between him and Abdullah Mason. Hopefully they both go on to win so we can see a headline event, possibly at 140. But that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, y'all know what to do. Catch me on a panel.